Hey guys, Wayne and Tom here, and we just finished our second successful webinar. Of course, there were some slight hiccups, but all in all, it ran pretty smooth. Here's the replay.
Okay, guys, we'll wait just 1 or 2 more minutes, and then we'll kick off with the content of today's webinar. But I guess while we wait, we can go through a few housekeeping items. Firstly, my name's Tom, and Wayne was just talking. We both work in the support team at Noble Samurai, so you have probably dealt with us at one point or another, and we hope it was a good experience. We try and be friendly and helpful as much as we can. First things first, the last webinar, we've actually had a few people ask us, was there a recording or a replay of the first webinar that we ran? Yes, there was. What I will do is I'll post the link into the chat window. Here we go. There we go. If you can't see it, it's just www.contentsamurai.com/webinar-1-replay. And we will make sure we put a link to that replay in the follow-up email that we send out for this one as well. So don't worry, we definitely record all of the webinars that we do, and we definitely send them out to you guys. It does take a couple of days to do that though. Okay, so today's webinar, we're trying to aim for around 30 minutes. It might go a little bit longer, but we'll try and keep it short because I know it's late for a few people. So today we'll be covering the next awesome feature in Content Samurai, which I can finally announce was deployed late yesterday. So it's been out for around 15 hours, I think, and that feature is custom themes. So we are super excited to show you guys this. It's something we know that everyone has been asking about, and you've been wanting to tweak your themes and make them your own branding and your own color scheme. So we will be going through that in about 5 minutes, and we'll basically show you where to find it, how to use it, and we'll also give you some examples of how you can use it, because we think it's a really powerful feature. And you know, if you've got your own videos that you're doing, it's super awesome to be able to brand them for yourself. But if you're also doing videos for other people, it's cool that you can now brand them for your clients and give them options as well. So we'll show you how to do that in a few minutes time. We'll also be doing a Q&A towards the end of the webinar. We'll be answering the questions that you guys posted on the registration page, the comments underneath the video. So we'll be going through those, and we'll also try and pick out some questions that you guys ask throughout the webinar. We won't have time to answer them all, as we found out last time. It just takes too much time. But the good news is what we'll do is we'll actually record the questions that you guys asked during the webinar, and then we'll try and answer them in the webinar replay or the email. We'll make sure that we answer them and get them out to you. So if we don't get to your question today, don't worry, we will get to it. We just got to try and keep it time boxed to the half an hour that we've got. As Wayne said, if you've got a question, type it into the question section. If you just want to chat, type into the chat box, which is a little bit further down than the questions box, and we'll get to it. Now, this webinar isn't the place to come for support help. So if you're having problems logging into the app, or you need to reset your password or things like that, the best thing to do is to email support@noblesamurai.com, and we will help you out there. But we just don't have the resources to go through those sort of questions in the webinar. We're trying to keep it content rich so you guys get lots of value. So given it is almost 5 minutes into the webinar, I think we are safe to kick off and get into the nitty gritty of it, which is the custom themes. So I'm going to switch over to my screen, and hopefully you guys can see the Content Samurai window here. And what I'm going to do firstly is we are going to go into one of my pre-prepared videos that I painstakingly put together this morning. And you'll notice here that we're in the slide section. Everything looks normal apart from this little section up here. You'll see here that we've got select themes, which is all of the built-in default themes that Content Samurai ships with. But you now have a My Themes tab, and if you click that tab, you'll see this window. Now, the first time you go here, you won't see these themes here. These are 3 themes that I quickly put together. But you will see this green button here. And if you click that, you'll be given this box here. Now, on the left are the options that you can set up for the custom theme, and on the right, it'll actually give you a preview in real time of what the theme will look like. So you'll be able to see the highlight color, the background color, the font color, the font style, everything. So what we'll do first is we'll call this theme name Webinar, because we're doing a live demo of it. And if we come down here, we've got the background color. Content Samurai will just give you a default color out of the box, but thanks to our developer Andrew and his awesome skills, you can actually scroll through and choose whatever color you like. Also, if you know the hex code, you can type the hex code in and get the color spot on. So this one's particularly handy if you've got a client who has a logo or something and they want it to match their logo, they want the color to be spot on, you can just ask them what the hex code is, put the hex code in here, and the background will match their logo perfectly. Super powerful tool. So I think today we will go for, let's go for a green. I'm feeling a bit green today, so we'll go green. We'll go a darkish green. Okay, so that's the background color chose. You'll see here it's changed it over here. You can also upload background images. Now, I won't show you guys that one just yet because I've got a few examples that I want to show you after this. So we'll circle back to that one. The font style, we've got a heap of fonts that you can choose from. So these are Google fonts. Click the button and the theme changes. So there's a heap that you guys can choose from. We've tried to get a good broad range as well. So this should be something to suit everyone. If you have any suggestions for yep.
Wait, sorry, we got a request. Nikki wanted it to be purple.
Okay, let's go.
We're gonna please the masses.
All right.
Sorry, bro.
No, that's fine. We're here to please. How does that look, Nikki? Is that the sort of purple you're after?
That's a pretty good purple, dude. I'm sure that's gonna be fine.
We're gonna run with that. Alrighty. And for the font, let's go Poppins. I haven't ever used that one, but let's go Poppins. And you'll see the font changes. Text color. Are there any requests for the text color? Nikki, again?
That one was Steve, but teal.
Teal? All right.
Wanted yellow, but Steve got in first, so sorry, Nikki.
What sort of, you know what sort of teal are we talking about? Are we talking about a bluey teal? Like the...
Uh-oh. I think that's teal. Yeah, let's run with that.
I think that's teal. I to be honest, I'm not that great with colors. I'm not a designer, so we'll run with that one. And what about the highlight color? What are we feeling, guys?
Yeah, yellow works.
Yellow works?
Yellow works fine.
All right, let's go with yellow. Okay, cool. So as you can see, here's our custom theme that we've created. And what you need to do, obviously, we've given it a theme name, and you come down here and click Save Theme. And boom, here we go. So you'll see here, your custom theme is saved, my webinar theme, and it's been applied to all of these slides here. Super powerful tool. We love it. Now, what I would like to show you next is actually how to upload background images, because that's kind of where the true power can come into it if you've got if you wanted to brand your videos. So what we'll do now is we'll actually create a new theme. We won't edit that one, and we're going to call this one Craft because it's for a craft client called Craft Magic. And we're going to click the upload image button, and we're going to choose this one. And you'll see here, Content Samurai is uploading the image. You get a little loading indicator. And when it is done, I've got a bit of a slow connection at the moment, so it might take a little while. It will download the image into the preview. There we go. And you'll see here, the image that we uploaded actually had some branding down the bottom, It's meganscreations.com. And what we'll do here is we'll actually choose a font style that goes very well with this one, and it's called Crafty Girls. So we'll click that, and you'll see the font has changed and it looks awesome. And for the highlight color, let's go a blue, why don't we? And we'll go save theme. And you'll see it's changed. It's applied that to all of our slides, which is awesome. I've already recorded the audio, so we don't have to sit through that. So I'm going to jump straight to the preview page. And we'll see here that we have actually I'm going to jump back to the audio stage just to choose an audio track really quickly. There we go. Okay, Content Samurai is building our thing, and here we go. We've got the video with our custom theme, and there we go. That's all there is to that one. Now we're going to jump back to my videos, and you'll see here there's our Craft Magic video with our branding. And we're going to jump into this one for Tom's Mowing, and what I'm going to show you here is a powerful I guess use case for the custom themes, and that is that you can create the custom theme, create a video, and then you can actually clone that video and slightly change the theme to give your clients some different options. So it's a really powerful way to give your clients, say, 3 different videos with 3 different looks, and the amount of effort that you have to put in is so small. I think you guys are really going to love this feature. So what we'll do is we'll call this theme Mower 1. And instead of a background color, we're actually going to upload a background image. And we're going to use our Mowing 1 image. And it's uploading. Now these images are a little bit larger. What we'll do in the meantime, we'll choose a font. We're going to choose Catamaran. You can see that's changed. And for this one, we'll go a green, I think, because it's a mowing video. So we'll keep it all grass color.
I'm back now, Tom. Sorry. For whatever reason, we had a power outage, a temporary one here, and everything turned off and turned back on. Sorry. I'm back.
That's all
I'm
right.
on question control.
All right. Don't forget to post your questions, guys, because Wayno is on it right now. Okay, so here we go. So we've uploaded our image. It's got the Tom's Mowing branding down the bottom. We've changed the font to Catamaran, and we've made the highlight color green. Again, I'm not sure if you'd go green in this case. It's kind of blends in, but I think it works. So what we'll do is we will save that theme, and we will again put a music track. Any requests for the music track for this one?
I'm waiting with anticipation.
Waiting.
Nothing really so far.
Nothing.
Oh, Allure 2.
Allure.
It's the same guy, but 2 requests for Allure.
All right, we will go Allure.
Oh, it's Louise. Sorry, I read it wrong. I apologize.
Okay. So as you can see, we're building our video. We've got our video here, again with our custom background and custom theming. And okay, so we've done one. Now, to make the next one with a slightly different theme, we come here and we click on the clone button. Content Samurai will clone all of our slides all of our audio tracks and everything. And we'll come to the slide section. And now you'll get this note that lets you know that if you're changing the content of the slides, you'll need to re-record. The good news is if you're changing just the theme colors and the theme backgrounds, you won't need to re-record. So you can safely click continue, click on my themes. Now, what you want to do is create a new theme here. I'm going to call this one Moa 2. And again, we're going to upload a background image. I'm going to go number 2. And whilst that's uploading, we are going to choose a different font. We're going to go shadows into 2 light, like so. And I think for this one, we will just leave the highlight color as it is. We'll click Save Theme. And audio, are there any other requests for audio tracks, or do you want to go with Allure again? Oh, we'll go with Allure for this one. We've got one more coming up, so if there's any other requests, send them through. And here we go. So again, we've got the same content in the video, same slides. It's just a different look. And if we click play, okay. And if we go back to my videos, you'll now see on our dashboard, we've got the first one, the first one and the second one, and we'll clone it again and we'll do a third. And you'll see really quickly we're getting a few different videos that you can send out to your clients that have a different look and a different feel. And the amount of work that you've had to do to set those up is quite minimal. Once you get going with it, you could create 10 different videos probably within about 10 minutes. It's super quick. So we'll call this one Moa 3. And again, we'll go a background image, open. And for this one, we are going to go, we'll leave it as Roboto, and the color, let's go, that's a bit hard to see. You know what, we'll leave it with a yellow. It seems to stand out on the green. Save theme. And again, you'll see here we've got our branding in the bottom corner. It's applied to all of our slides. Click on audio. Unless there are any other requests, we will go light sky. And we'll click preview. And here we go. We have our third video that will play. And that's it. So again, we'll go back to our dashboard and we'll see here, we've got 3 different videos that we can give to our client to let them choose which look they prefer. And the custom themes, yeah, it makes it so easy to set this up, and it just gives you the options to brand videos how you guys want them and also how your clients will want them. And I think that's all I need to show you. Again, if there's any questions, post them in and we'll try and circle back to those at the end. But what we'll do now is we'll actually go through some of the questions that you guys asked on the registration page. So I'll kick it off with a question that Rosalind posted, and that was, I'm wondering if there's an update on when the upload your own music feature will be out. The upload music feature is on our top list of features to implement. We've mocked the feature up, but we haven't started implementing it just yet. I'd love to be able to give you an ETA of when it might be out, but I can't. But the good news is that we've mocked it up. It's being discussed amongst the team, and we're just trying to fit it into our workflow. Because as you can see, we've been busy with the custom themes feature. So we'll try and circle back and get that one out, because we know that you guys want it. Rosalind also asked that in the future, will there be the ability to select how slides advance, meaning potentially fading from one slide to the next, or swiping/sliding, or dissolving into the next slide? The answer is we hope so. It is a feature that we know you guys would love, and so would we. And I know that Wayne definitely wants to see that feature in there. He's a fan of slide transitions. We haven't actually mocked anything up for this feature, so it's not on our immediate radar. It's not something that we've talked about just yet, but it's definitely something we want to implement. It's just sort of waiting for when the time's right. We're only a small team. We've got to prioritize based on popular features. Levera, I hope I pronounced that right, asked, how do I improve the timing of my slides? I must manually adjust each slide, which is very laborious. Now, this one can kind of change. Like the answer to this can change based on how you're actually using the app. So this answer might not be right for how you're using it. So it might be best to put this in the support ticket. But what I can say is that the best way to improve the automatic sync of your slides to the audio is to ensure that your script is neatly formatted and uses lots of punctuation. So you want to type it just as you would type a formal letter or something. You also want to make sure that you record the sentences as they are written, because if you stray too far from the script, Content Samurai won't be able to sync the audio and the slides together. So try not to ad-lib too much with the app. In its current form, the app doesn't like it if you stray too far. It kind of has a hard time. So keeping the sentences short also helps with the timing. So try and keep them short, succinct, and to the point. If you start ad-libbing too much, the system's not going to know what you're on about. Mackie asked, a feature that would be super awesome would be the ability to insert slides without having to have text on them or record script for them, and have the ability to adjust the time of display and have the music bed to continue to play. Also, fade from black and fade out to black would be nice to add polish to the final videos. Good news is you can insert blank slides at the moment by heading to the slide section of Content Samurai, and if you click on the insert slide icon, which if we head back to the app now, I can show you. Let's click on this one here. Go into the slide section. You'll see here, just click add new slide at the top or at the bottom, and it will insert a blank new slide wherever you click that one. So you'll see here, so you can type in there. Now, you will need to add text to that or images, because if you have at the moment you can't have a blank slide and set a time that it's displayed for. It's just not something that Content Samurai supports at the moment. Again, we may change that down the track, but unfortunately it's not something that works at the moment. Michelle asked, one other thing I would love to see fade is the background audio. Right now it seems to abruptly cut out. Again, I know that Wayne would also love this feature. It is on our radar, and once we've cleared some of the other tasks that we're working on, we'll definitely revisit the features and pick out the most popular ones. So if it's something that everyone else wants to see, let us know, and we will definitely try and make it happen. Wayne, let's say something. Yep.
Yeah, that's right. Sorry, I'm in question land at the moment trying to get back to everybody. But was that question about the audio fading out?
Yes.
It does fade out though. It fades out for like 2.5 seconds, but only in the downloaded version of the video. You won't hear the fade out in the preview part of Content Samurai, but once you download your video, it will fade out. But that's just audio. It won't fade to black for the video. That's another feature we're working on, but it does fade out the audio, so the song it won't just stop abruptly. It'll fade out, and sounds really good. But yeah, only on the downloaded version.
Yeah, so again, that's one of those little quirks that we're aiming to try and fix up so that everything matches perfectly. Moving on to the next one, David asked, is there a way to remove the period punctuation mark without Samurai trying to pull all the text onto one slide? In other words, is there a secret character which replaces the full stop? Content Samurai will split the slides up based on punctuation, but it will also split sentences over multiple slides once a sentence is too long. So we're currently discussing options that we can give the users to split slides up based on punctuation or paragraphs or new lines, because at the moment we're trying, the solution that we've got at the moment doesn't work for everyone perfectly every time. So we're trying to work out a way that we can give you guys an option as to how you want to split the slides up. At the moment, there's no special character. We might look at implementing something like that. But yeah, at the moment, we're talking about it. We know that it's something that we could improve on, and we're definitely wanting to work towards giving you guys more control over how the slides are broken up. Dennis asked, multiple times after recording a video, the audio was lost before the video was generated. Was this a bug that was fixed? Dennis, I can't be entirely sure. It almost sounds like you may have edited the slides or the script after recording the audio, which does result in the audio needing to be re-recorded for the corresponding sentence. If you didn't edit the slides or script and it's still happening, the best thing for you to do is submit a support ticket with us, and we'll take a look at it for you. Moving along, Martin asked, are we able to add in videos as well as images? Is there going to be the ability to change the font size? The good news is, if we switch back over to my screen, similar to the add new slide button, we also have an add video clip button here. So if you click that one, you'll be presented with a dialog that asks you to select your video, and you click that and click open, and it will insert the video. Now, the quirk to this one is, correct me if I'm wrong, Wayne, that on the preview page you won't actually see the uploaded video clip play, but on the downloaded final video, everything will play through as it should. The other quirk is that music tracks that you add in Content Samurai won't play over the top of your uploaded video clips. Did I get that right, Wayne?
Spot on. That was absolutely perfect. There's also a little yellow message box that appears in the preview section that will also say uploaded video clips won't play here, just in case you need a reminder.
Yep. And also, as for changing the font size, again, it's not something that's on our radar just yet, but we've added it to the feature request list, and we'll try and circle back to that one once the time's right. Phil asked, I'd like to create a section with several text slides but show only the first slide while the audio of the next 3 or 4 plays. Is this possible? This isn't something Content Samurai officially supports at the moment. You might be able to get this sort of thing working by manually adjusting the slide timing on the preview page, but without seeing exactly what you're wanting to do, I can't give you a step-by-step process, and I can't say yes or no, it will or won't work. So you'd have to have a play around with the preview page, the manual timing on the preview page. And if you get stuck, send us a support ticket, and we'll see if we can come up with something. Michelle asked, I would love to better understand how Content Samurai's algorithm works in terms of what triggers an audio clip. It appears that a period is what triggers a new clip. So in order to reduce the number of audios, I've been replacing periods with a comma, hoping nobody would notice. Are there other characters such as a colon or a semicolon that trigger a new audio clip? Content Samurai will as I mentioned before, Content Samurai will take a look at your script and find either a period, a question mark, an exclamation mark, and even line breaks to split up the recordings. We are currently discussing ways to give you guys a choice as to how this splits up. We know you guys want more control over it, so we're trying to work out a solution that will kind of fit everyone. So stay tuned for more. Kathy said, I also ad-lib my scripts, so when I record, I'm not just reading the slide. That creates problems so that I spend too much time manually adjusting each slide. Is there a secret character to insert or a tip to share with us to let CS know to keep the audio on one slide? There isn't a secret character, but I can let you in on one little secret. And that is that we have a new sync algorithm that we'll be releasing very soon. It's actually in the final stages of testing, I believe. We picked up on a little bug that our developers are working on at the moment. The new algorithm will detect the sentence boundaries, which means that even if you ad-lib during the recording and the system is unable to get the sync perfect, as soon as you hit the new sentence or the new audio recording, your video will be back in sync. So this should mean fewer major timing tweaks, and you'd only need to make small adjustments when you ad-lib. Once this feature rolls into production, we'll send out an update video to let you guys know exactly how it works, because I can only explain it in this little in so much detail in this little time. So we'll definitely send out a video that explains it perfectly, and we'll show you guys how it works and how to get the most out of it. David said, my guess on how slide number 1 was made, and I think he's referring to the registration video that we had with our two faces on it, was you created an image 640 by 720 high and used a color picker to match your theme's background for the background of the image. In your image, you added the darker green circles and the white text, and then you put in the pics of your faces in new layers on top of the darker green circles. Then you uploaded the image into Content Samurai and had your scripted text show on the left for this slide. You are correct, David. That's exactly how we made it. Wayne, you made it. And
spot on.
Yeah, you nailed it. If you're using a Mac, you can use the built-in preview app, I believe. That's what Wayne used. We will see if we can get this into a how-to video or perhaps show this in a future webinar as well.
Yeah, so for everyone else, basically, for anyone who doesn't remember it, I just made an image that I uploaded to Content Samurai, which just had the exact same background as one of our themes, and it just made it look like the image sort of flowed into the theme, but it was all made outside of Content Samurai and brought in.
Yeah. David also asked, I would like, if possible, to be able to choose and keep the font size the same on half image slides. As it is now, the font is always reduced whenever I use a 640 by 720 image on either the right or left and have my text show on the opposite side of the slide. I've added this to our feature request list, David. I'm not sure if this was done due to a design limitation, so I can't really promise anything, but it's definitely something that we'll discuss at our next features meeting. Alrighty, looking at the time, we've hit our half an hour. Now I'm gonna ask Wayne if there are any questions that he would love to see me answer from the live questions.
We do have a fair few questions, and I know we're planning on answering as many as we can, even if it has to be after the webinar in the Q&A little video that we attach to the replay. But there is one. There's not really any that stand out from the crowd, to be brutally honest, but I have marked them all down in our doc. Maybe we can answer maybe the first three, seeing as the first three people got in first.
Yep, that sounds good.
How does that sound? I'll read the question, and you can give the longer answer, seeing as I sound hideous at the moment. How does that sound?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Cool. Can I read my audio continuously to solve pause problems between slides? Tom?
I mean, you probably could if you didn't put a punctuation, any punctuation in your script, and it was just one massive chunk of text. But to be honest, Content Samurai would really struggle with the synchronization of something that was just one long thing. The way the app works, it should actually get rid of the pauses in between slides. So if you find that you've got really big pauses between slides, it could actually be related to the script not quite being formatted correctly with commas and full stops or periods. If you've kind of done something weird with your script where you've broken up the slides differently to how the sentences are kind of supposed to be read, it will cause havoc. Wayne, do you have anything to add on that one?
I do. I sort of read the question a different way. What I get is that this uses, they're reading out their sentences and then they're finding there's a lot of pauses in between their recordable chunks, right? So what Content Samurai does is it actually takes your recorded audio and it can tell through the waves that it's recorded and that you can see in the preview section, you know, those waves. It takes that and it will find where you've stopped talking. So if there's no background audio, if there's no background noise, if you're in a relatively quiet room and you're recording, you could actually say what you've got to say. You could leave the recording going for a couple of minutes. Like, let's say you made a mistake and you left it recording for a couple of minutes. Once you click stop, Content Samurai is going to take that, what you've recorded, find where you've actually stopped talking, and it should trim it down. So there really shouldn't be that many like pauses. I record everything through Content Samurai. So if you've ever heard any of the quick tip videos or anything like that, I personally I think there's a really nice flow to it, and I record it all in Content Samurai. And all I do is just make sure I'm in a quiet room, and that once I record, I even wait a second or two, and then I hit stop recording. I just want to make sure that I don't cut myself off before I've stopped like pronouncing a word or finished saying a word. So record, make sure you're in a quiet room, and you really shouldn't hear the pauses, to be honest. If you are, let us know. Um, in support, we can log into your account and have a look at your videos. So if you are having a problem in a quiet room with a really nice recording setup, just let us know and we can jump in and maybe troubleshoot with you and find out what's going on. But it shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah. Okay, the next question.
Go on. Yeah. So do you want me to ask you again? We'll do that.
Ask me
So
again.
I was trying to find out how to play music, turning the sound down to talk over it. So how do you turn the background music down and have the recorded audio higher?
Yeah, so what I can do is I can show you this one. So we'll head back to my screen. Now, I'm not sure that one, it almost sounds like they might be asking how to play music in the background while they're speaking, if they're wanting to use a track that's not in Content Samurai. If that's what you're trying to do, that won't work, but I'll show you the use case that we do support. So you come into your video, you come into the preview section, and you'll see down in the bottom right hand corner you've got these two sliders. The first one with the microphone icon is the volume level of your voice, and the second one with the little music symbol is the volume level of the music. By default, the volume level of the microphone or the audio that you're speaking is up at 100%. And the music one is sort of down low. So you can play around with this one, increase or decrease both of them. And then if you click play, you'll hear the differences. Now, if you don't have a music track selected on the audio section, you won't see this one here. So you won't be able to adjust it because there's no music playing. And similarly, I think if you have what we call a silent video at the moment, a video that doesn't have any recorded sentences, you won't see this option either. I hope that clears it up. Number 3, what was that one, Wayno?
Yeah, they start to get a little bit hairy. So I know I promised 3, but I'm gonna have to be the bad guy. I'll be the bad cop. You be the good cop.
All right.
We can't do it anymore.
Okay.
Sorry.
There is one here that says to put. Well, I'll quickly get to this one because it just stood out to me. To put branding on, I assume it's something you do on your image. Yes, at the moment, if you're wanting to do the branding like we showed in our demo today, you would need to create the image in an editor and then upload that image to the app. So I think we use the preview app in Mac. We also use something called is it Canva, Wayne? Is Canva something we use?
Sorry, I'm in question land. Canva's what we use for thumbnails, images.
Yeah. So Canva's you can actually use Canva for free, or if you want to pay for some of the higher spec images, you can. But if you create a free Canva, that's CANVA, Canva.com, I think it is. If you create a free Canva account, you can create some really slick looking images very, very easily. Okay.
There's even going to be a new training video coming out on how to add a custom thumbnail, which has some steps on how to get signed up with Canva.
Awesome. Wayne's pumping out these training videos for you guys, so we'll try and get them out to you as quick as we can. All right. So as mentioned, we will get answers to the rest of those Q&A questions. We'll try and get them and bundle them up with the webinar replay that we'll send out, because we were recording the webinar. We definitely recorded it this time. I'm looking at the recording symbol and it says recording, so we'll send that out in a couple of days. We probably won't get it done before the weekend, so expect it to hit your inboxes early next week. And when we do send out that email, what we'll do is we'll have a link to a page that has the webinar replay with all the Q&A stuff on it. And below that, there'll be a comments box that we'd love you guys to leave your comments in, and also leave any other questions that you might have, or any features suggestions that you have, or even just some suggestions for future webinars that you guys have. Because we enjoy doing these webinars, and we want you guys to get value out of them. So we want to know what you guys want us to tell you, because that's what we're here for. We're here to help in any way we can, but we kind of need you guys to tell us what you want to see. Otherwise we could be rambling on for 41 minutes about something that you don't want to know about. So again, thanks for attending this morning, guys. I know Wayno is feeling a little bit sick. Hopefully he's feeling a little bit better by the next webinar, because he's a bit better with the demos, seeing as he uses Content Samurai a lot more than I do. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed today. Keep an eye out for the webinar replay that we'll send out. And yeah, hope you guys had fun, and we'll see you next time.
Before we get into this section, we know some of the questions you guys submitted were statements, but we still wanted to give you our 2 cents.
Font style should actually show the font as it really looks. A list of fonts that you have no idea what they look like is a huge waste of time. We agree. It is much easier to have a live preview when changing fonts, although we didn't want this to stop us releasing the custom themes feature. We're looking into getting a live preview for the fonts into the app, but we have to prioritize features by popularity and what will have the biggest impact to all users. How did you get the image in the background faded out like that? The background image was created in an app called Sketch. We upload an image and then created a rectangle over the top and set the opacity to 70%. This dulls the image so that it doesn't distract from the text too much. If it's easier, you could get someone to do it for you on Fiverr. We'll also look at creating a quick video on how to create backgrounds using free graphic software in the not too distant future. How can you include snippets of pre-recorded video footage in the Content Samurai videos? I want to have written slides, photo images, as well as video footage. How do I do this? Good news! There's an Add Video button above and below each slide. Here's what it looks like. Click that button to upload your pre-recorded video clip into your Content Samurai video. Slides are totally out of sync with audio and next slide does not work. Any tips on this would be helpful and appreciated. Thanks. This may be caused by a Chrome extension you're running. Try disabling them and see if that helps. If it's still not working, please reach out to support and we'll take a look with you. Is it possible to have your logo as the background image and then also add in different images on each of the slides? Yes, however the theme image will always be partly visible in the background. Uploaded images are placed on the top of the theme and are slightly transparent. To see the uploaded image in full, you'll need to use the Hide Text button. To put branding on, I assume it's something you do on your image. Exactly. We created an image with the logo and uploaded it as the background using the new Custom Themes feature. How long can you make the videos? We don't have an official maximum video time, although we find that it's much harder to keep users engaged in long videos. If you keep your videos short and snappy, you're more likely to keep users engaged. We aim for a maximum of 10 minutes, but we commonly create content videos that are 2 or 3 minutes long. Can't remember, can we create slides with music and text but not talking? Yes, you can. Just click on the silent video link when you first go to the audio section. Your demos or videos you make are nice and smooth. Mine have long pauses or stop and starts are obvious. How do you do that? We record everything in Content Samurai and haven't run into this problem yet, so it's hard to say what's happening without checking out your video. That being said, make sure there isn't any background noise when you record. Also, make sure that you use the keyboard shortcut to stop recording, the right arrow key, which prevents the mouse click from being recorded by your microphone, as this can add a pause at the end of your audio clip. Where do you get the foam cover on top of Wayne's Yeti mic? We get ours from Amazon. If you do a Google search for Amazon Yeti windscreen, you'll be able to find a few options. Is there a way to do moving graphics or me in person and then to slides? No, not with any current Content Samurai features. If you have a video clip of a moving graphic or a view in person, That clip can be uploaded into Content Samurai videos using the insert video clip icon between each slide. Would love if you could have them a bit later. It's like 2 AM in the UK. We understand the pain and we're sorry it's really hard to get a good time for everyone across all time zones. We make sure to record the webinars, so don't feel like you have to stay up. If you post your questions below the webinar announcement video, we'll try our best to answer them. I haven't heard any of the audio in the background when video plays. Is that right? Sorry. We're working on getting our computer sound to play through GoToWebinar. Please make sure there are all sorts of training videos because I am a total newbie to all of this. You can find all of our training videos here. www.contentsamurai.com/c/training. How big is that cup, Wayne? Big. I am not a morning person. Is this being recorded so I can watch it again? Yep, we record all of our webinars and send the replays out to you guys. Is there any way you can support other languages on your videos? We are working on a brand new sync algorithm that should really help with this kind of thing. We can't promise the automatic syncing will work with other languages, but there's always the record timing mode that's already in the app, which will quickly get your videos back in sync. Wait, there's a downloaded version of Content Samurai? I was referring to the downloaded video at the end. Sorry for the confusion. How about font size? You can't change font size, it's automatically set to fit within the slide. We'll add another vote to this feature on the list though. It would be useful if we could record the audio while seeing the way the app breaks up the text onto slides, in a preview section maybe, so that we control our pacing a bit better. Possible? The recommended flow is to design your slides before you record. During this process, you can plan how you're going to record the script by reading the text out loud or in your head and set up the slides accordingly. If I could edit the sound waves myself, that would solve my pause problem. You're right, it would help, but it's a band-aid fix for the real issue. What I mean is that it's only temporary. The root cause of Content Samurai not trimming the recording is the real issue. We're keeping an eye on any bad cases of this, so please contact support if you're running into this issue at www.noblesamurai.com/c/support. I want to broadcast my video to YouTube. Do you know of another broadcaster of a video other than Wirecast? We're not 100% sure on what you're trying to achieve. When you download your finished video from Content Samurai, you can upload it to your YouTube channel. There's no need to broadcast your Content Samurai videos live. The button for making words bold does not always work. Is there an alternative way? Yes, there is an alternative to clicking the bold button. Highlight the text and hit Ctrl B for Windows or Command B for Mac. How do you play music turning the sound down to talk over it? You can do that from the preview section. The background music volume has a musical note next to it, and the recorded audio volume has a microphone symbol. Can I read my audio continuously to solve pause problems between slides? You can't read your entire script, but we're looking into adding a feature that will allow you to upload your own recorded audio as an MP3 a little later down the track. What about public domain mini videos that we can slide into the video? You can upload any video clips into Content Samurai. If the videos are public domain, there shouldn't be any copyright issues. What dimensions and format for the background image? Background images should be 1280 by 720 pixels. Is there a way of having a super high-end mic system as in a professional sound studio? We recommend picking up a Yeti microphone. They're the microphones that we use for all of our recording and are a good investment if you're doing lots of video work. There's a link to the Yeti mic in the resources below this video. Sorry, I'm new to this. How do you attract YouTube ads when we upload our Content Samurai videos? You don't need to attract YouTube ads, you simply turn ads on. We're looking at making a video to guide you through the process, but in the meantime, we've posted a link below this video that has the steps you need to follow. If you're uploading an image, what size should it be? Full slide images are 1280 by 720 pixels. Half slide images are 640 by 720 pixels. Is there an archive of Content Samurai training? All of our Content Samurai training videos are here. www.contentsamurai.com/c/training.
And there we are, you made it to the end. If you found that video interesting and you want us to do another webinar soon, let us know in the comments section below this video. Also, don't forget to leave any questions you have about using the app.